right, all rise for the honorable judge. Me! Oh, I'm very small now. I forgot. The honorable judge, me, in my pink judge robe for the new pink room. And also, I absolutely spray painted my fucking gavel so that it's pink. I'm fucking ready. Let's read some Am I the Assholes? Am I the asshole for not wanting to pay for my daughter's education only under certain conditions? Already, you're a fucking asshole. I'm a 52-year-old male. I have 2 kids, a son, 26-year-old male, and a daughter, 19-year-old female. When my son went to college, I thought college would open up opportunities, and he was supposed to major in computer science. He failed a bunch of classes and changed his major to something less lucrative. He went out of state, and I now realize that this was a poor investment. Go fuck yourself. Your children's future is not a poor investment. I'm already mad. Already such an asshole. I didn't want to make the same mistakes with my daughter. I'm already fucking fuming. She also wants to do computer science. And last year, she got into a foreign university in the UK, which she says is like Stanford over there. It's Cambridge. Very good university. I didn't want the same thing to happen, so I told her I can't help her pay for that and to go to a local state university or community college, then transfer. She ended up not going and deferred her admission to see if this year she could get a loan, which I'm not for, but it is her life, or if she can get a scholarship for a better American college. She seems a little annoyed at me since effectively her brother got more money, but that was before I knew better. I can afford the same for her, but it would be tighter now, and I don't want the same thing to happen, especially if it would be for a foreign degree. Oh my God. I suspect the same thing could happen to her since her brother was typically the brighter one, while she just pushed herself the last years of school. Okay, I don't even need to think on this one. You're a fucking asshole. What a piece of shit. First of all, I don't know what it is with boomers and like just take your basic classes at a local university and then transfer. Because I got fed that same bullshit and I never got to fucking transfer. It is not that easy just to go somewhere for some classes and then transfer to like the expensive university. That's really not a fucking thing a lot of people can do anymore. I'm fucking livid. Also, this idea that your kids have to major in something that's lucrative, the fucking worst. Unbelievable. I majored in history and mass communications, and my freshman year, I remember getting so much pressure because I wanted to teach. I remember getting so much pressure about like, that's not lucrative. You're never gonna make any money. Like, what are you doing? But it was like, that's what I want to fucking do with my life. Look at me now. I'm in a fucking pink graduation gown for my Judge Turney segment. Ridiculous. In fact, I have ruled the asshole. Okay, anyway. Gee, one of my female kids wants to go to the top universities in the world, but she's the dumb one since my male child couldn't hack it. Clearly, she won't either. Yes. Read this man. Am I the asshole for going nuclear on a house guest? So I, 31 female, and my fiance, 35 male, just moved into a new build apartment together. I will say now I have some strong scent aversions, particularly to cigarettes. My fiance's cousin, Dave, recently moved to our town, but for some reason couldn't move into his new house until the 15th, so he asked if he could stay with us. Dave is a smoker. I originally wanted to say no because of how persistent cigarette odor is, because I know how persistent it is, but my fiance convinced me to let him stay. I agreed with the caveat that Dave cannot, under any circumstances, smoke in the apartment. Everyone agreed, and I thought it would be fine. All right, Dave's already a fucking... I already hate Dave. I'm already mad at Dave. Weather around here for the last few days has been dreadful, and Dave goes out to smoke a couple of times a day, so he had been asking if he could smoke with the patio doors open, and I said no. Today the weather was awful, cold and rainy, and as I was driving up to our apartment, I thought I could see Dave smoking out front, but instead I saw the patio doors open. I was immediately suspicious, so I went up to our door, and the smell hit me before I even got into the house. Dave was sitting on the couch, smoking, with all the windows open and a fan on, I guess to try and hide the smell. I lost my shit. I didn't even give him time to put the cigarette out. I just started screaming at him. I called him an inconsiderate slob and a filthy smokestack. All right. Sweet 1930s, like, insult. And a few more things that were worse. I was just screaming. Dave was panicking and put his cigarette out in an ashtray, thank God, and was just trying to calm me down, but I did not stop screaming. I told him, well, I yelled, to get his shit and get the hell out of my apartment. I kept screaming until a neighbor showed up to see what was going on. I just grabbed my laptop and purse and left the apartment. I called my fiance at work and told him, not very calmly, about what Dave had done and that I wasn't coming back until the apartment no longer smelled like a cheap casino. I am currently staying at a friend's place. My fiance called a little while ago and said Dave had left and that it didn't smell that bad and just to come home. I told him not until the smell is entirely gone. I guess Dave told my fiance's family what happened because my fiance's mom called, and while she agreed that what Dave did was wrong, she said that I was totally out of line for exploding like that and kicking him out. You had one rule. And he couldn't respect it. I mean, I don't really get the screaming part of it. I feel like I would just roll up and be like, you busted. Get the fuck out. You know what I mean? You busted. Get the fuck out. Screaming's a bit much. Screaming's just never my fucking style. Like, you busted. Fucking leave. But there was one fucking rule and Dave broke it. I'm like, I literally was like, I don't really get the screaming part. And I'm like, there was one fucking rule. The rest of my fiance's family, at least those with my number, have been texting me, telling me I'm an ass because of my reaction. Now that I've had some time to calm down and I'm away from the situation, I do feel kind of bad. But he did break my number one rule. So Reddit, am I the asshole? It's also true. Brownie is bringing a fucking perfect point. Like, that smell clings to everything. It's nuts to me. Gavin and I were talking about this not too long ago. It's nuts to me that, like, within recent memory, you could smoke indoors in clothing stores. That's fucking crazy. There's, like, photos from the 70s of people smoking in department stores, and they've got, like, cigarettes. You would just buy clothes that smelled like fucking cigarette smoke already. Insane. Insanity. Okay, anyway, there's an edit. Thank you all for your feedback. I haven't reached out to Dave yet, but apparently he left out some details when relaying the story to his family that have now been corrected, and most of them have apologized for attacking me. My fiance has arranged for carpet cleaners to come by tomorrow and is looking into getting an ozone machine running for a few days. As for my reaction, yes, in hindsight, it was over the top. I shouldn't have yelled as much as I did. I will be reaching out to the neighbor to apologize. For those of y'all who think I'm completely unhinged, I am in therapy and will probably be discussing this in the next session. Fair. Center versions can be insanely hard to get through if you've never experienced it. Dave would lie. Exactly right, Triv. Dave would lie about it. I say, not the asshole, but you shouldn't have yelled, but not the asshole. All right, next one. Am I the asshole for refusing to take care of our baby during the night so my wife can sleep? Wait, what? I'm about to get mad. I'm about to get fucking mad. Just that title. I'm about to get mad. We have an 8-week-old baby boy. My wife, who's 23, is in maternity leave. I, male 24, on the other hand, am working an office job. I work from 7 to 12. I made a mistake here. I work from 6 to 12. Sorry about that. Okay, there was an edit. I work from 6 to 12. So 6 hours in the morning. Then my boss accommodated my schedule so I can work 2 more hours from home to be with my family from 1 to 3. Given this arrangement, my wife and I decided that she was going to do the baby feeding during the night. I feed him and take care of him before going to work. Then she obviously takes care of him while I'm at work. And I take care of him after I get home. We switch the bath time or we do it together, depending on how tired we are. And I put him to sleep. I think this is a good arrangement. We both have equal work and break time. When I'm taking care of the baby, she can do whatever she likes. She can go nap, go out, whatever. I do some of the night feedings during weekends. Well, she asked me 2 days ago to start doing some of the night feedings too. She says she's tired because she can't sleep well enough or sleep well during the night. I refused because I have to wake up quite early to work and I need to be well rested at work. I told her I wouldn't mind doing it if I wake up anyway, like if the baby is crying or if she accidentally wakes me up while getting up, but that's hardly gonna happen because I'm a deep sleeper. I told her she can nap when I get home so she's well rested, but she says she's tired and is not used to napping. I stood my ground and I said I can't do more than I already do. We're in a tight spot. She's not giving me the cold shoulder or anything like that, but I can tell she's angry at me. I understand that she's tired and we're both still getting used to being a parent, but we spoke about the arrangement before to avoid this kind of argument. Am I the asshole? What can we do? There's 2 edits here that I'm gonna read before I chime in. Edit 1 is, I'm reading your comments. You're entitled to your opinion on this, but please be nice. There's no need to assume anything or insult me. So I'm sure he's already getting it. Edit number 2 is, you guys are getting dense with this pregnancy is so hard. Fathers have it hard too thing. Want me to tell you a secret? I don't have a kid. Neither do I have a wife. Hell, I'm not even a man. This was just a bait post for the ha-has, but you are exhausting. God. FYI, as I know everything in this story I made up, the wife was being the asshole. Her husband was only getting 5 to 6 hours of sleep. She's getting 9 to 10 every night from 11 p.m. to 2 a.m. It's 3 hours, then 7 more hours till 9 a.m. And she was the one refusing naps or going to bed early. Some of you really need to learn to count with your fingers. What? Okay, first of all, I don't believe that you made this up. I don't believe this was a made-up scenario. I believe you actually lived this, and that here's the thing. I feel like 99 times out of 100, no woman is out there making up these kind of scenarios for the lulz. Not happening. Do not believe. Like, the idea that you're like, well, and also what's crazy is you say you're not even a man and you made this up. Then you say, since I know about this scenario I made up, the woman was the asshole? What? If it's a made-up scenario, we still get to decide who the asshole is. This is a man who fucking came in, thought he was gonna get the since you guys discussed it beforehand, it really is inconsiderate of your wife to not work with you. He didn't get that because everyone was obviously gonna be like, she pushed a fucking human being out of her body. The least you could do is help take care of it. And now he's saying he made it up. The asshole. And I would say double the asshole for saying you made it up. I don't fucking believe you. Am I the asshole for calling my pet my babies in front of my sister-in-law? Is that what SIL means? And not letting her kids visit? Huh? It took a turn there. I wasn't ready for the left turn there. Okay. Me, 30 female, and my fiance, 31 male, were fortunate enough to land well-paying, remote, and flexible jobs, so we were able to get a bigger house. We don't plan on any children, and instead give all our love to our animals. We currently have 4 cats, 2 dogs, and 3 horses. And in the future, we want to be able to purchase a farm and get more animals. I absolutely love each of them, and we make sure they get all the care and love they deserve, since all cats and dogs were rescued and some had issues dealing with humans. Horses are part of my hobby, so I make sure they're enjoying their lives and have the ability to spend most of their time outside and not in the stables. It's also worth mentioning that one of the cats is 18 and has been with me since she was a kitten, and one of the horses has been with me since he was 4 and he's now 25. So I always refer to them as my precious babies. My sister-in-law, Kate, seems to have an issue with the way we refer to our animals. All right, already I don't like Kate because nobody gets to tell you how to refer to your animals. Especially the way I call my oldest ones. I've explained to her multiple times, considering how old they are and how long they've been with me, that they are like my children, as I have raised them, taken care of them, and looked after them when they were poor. However, Kate still feels it's disrespectful to call them babies because they are not kids and because her own children are not invited to our house and can't spend time with the animals. This is 2 very separate issues that are bleeding into each other. You can call your animals whatever the fuck you want to call them. It got worse this week, as Kate wanted to come and stay for a few days in our house with her kids and her partner and have a winter wonderland photo shoot with the animals, as we got a decent amount of snow over here in the past few days. I told her she is not allowed, because her children are still very young, be unable to treat pets with care and respect that animals deserve, especially since most of them are rescued. That's like a safety issue, okay? Like, tiny kids, especially around rescue animals, you don't, like, what's gonna happen when one of them doesn't realize you can't pull on a dog's ear for forever? It might snap. Or a cat. Like, as somebody who has a cat that bites, it's a safety issue. Like, I'm not letting anybody's kids around me that might get eaten. Kate didn't like my answer and blew up, calling me an asshole for comparing animals to children and for making them more important and for not allowing her to visit. Am I the asshole? That's ridiculous. You don't get to invite yourself to someone's fucking house to do a photo shoot. Like, that's fucking weird. As somebody who literally is taxed on doing photo shoots, I would never invite myself to someone else's house and be like, and I'm gonna do a photo shoot while I'm there. There's 3 edits. No, 2 long edits, sorry. Edit for context. Kids are 3 and 5. My fiance's on my side here, as he also cares about the animals deeply and has told his sister her kids need to learn how to behave around animals first and treat them with respect and care. He is also able to spend family time with them as we do different activities with them every few weeks. Okay, you see them every few weeks? Not the asshole. Edit 2. As has been asked before, we do spend time with our nephew and niece once every few weeks, and we do activities together. It's just that we're not comfortable with them in our house. Your house is your sanctuary. You get to decide who's in it. Like, that is not up for debate. Both of the kids have been exposed to animals when they visit my mother-in-law a few times a week who has dogs. But, however, due to the way they have behaved around those dogs, her dogs tend to hide when the kids are there and refuse to come out. Not the asshole. So obviously not the asshole. You, like, exactly. If a kid disrespects a horse, they run the risk of getting kicked in the head. Like, that is a life-threatening injury. Unbelievable. Not the asshole. That was fun. Thank you all very much for indulging my pink Judge Turney robe. Brand new. Thank you. I feel like the wig throws me when I'm reading these. But I feel like without the wig, a little bit I look like I'm at like a church choir. I feel a little bit like, oh, happy day. Like that's what I'm doing. Oh,